Alright, today's project we're going to make beads out of scrap pieces of wood. I have all kinds of wood here. I have some snake wood, some ammonia burl, some eucalyptus burl. I do not recommend using veneers. Veneers are great. They're really thin. It would work wonderful for this, but when the veneer is cut, it's cut with a real sharp blade, and these are real smooth. You almost need a vacuum to pull these completely tight against each surface. They also splinter on the lathe a lot easier compared to a regular piece of wood when we take it down to a real thin layer. And that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to build our beads up. You can do this for almost anything. Little stands, pendants, all kinds of things. But this is the basic way that this is all going to start, is with little pieces of wood. Just remember, no veneers. Alright, some of the supplies that you're going to need is maybe some rubber bands, maybe some type of spring clamp, some good wood glue, any type of clamp, wood clamp that you have that would hold small things will work. Alright, let's get started. There's little piles around to pick and choose. Here's some of the thinnest pieces. Now, something that's real important when we do this is the grain of the wood. I'm making sure that all my ends, the end grain is end grain on the end. That way, when you glue these together, you're gluing face grain to face grain. Side grain is almost exactly the same as face grain. That's your best bond. That's why this will work, and that's why these will hold up for years. I recommend a really good glue. You can use a waterproof glue if you want to. You could use stabilized wood if you want to. Notice that this surface is still rough here. It won't matter. If I use like my spring clamps and I use that to grab hold of it, the spring clamps will actually compress the wood a little bit and mar the surface on both sides. So the only surface I'm really concerned about right now is the two that I'm gluing. I just want to make sure they get nice, flat, flush, and they are. Alright, we're just going to glue our pieces together real quick. Alright, they're all glued. We got the clamps off. We're going to go out to the shop and cut and sand and shape these into much smaller pieces. And what we're going to do here, we're just going to touch each surface real quick on our disc sander, especially the side that's laying down, just in case they got a little glue on them, and we're going to use them as a flat surface. We've gone ahead and taken some of these surfaces down. It's nice and flat, able to accept another flat piece on the glue, and that's what we're going to do. We're just going to continue to build the beads up from here. Some of these will get cut, as you go along, and cut off a piece, and then you'll have another piece to start making a new bead or add to the other ones. And I'm going to find little edges for each one of these and add it to it. What I'm going to do next is just go ahead and glue these. I have to sand this, get a nice flat surface on my new pieces that I'm going to add. I have to sand this piece. I'm going to cut this piece to fit. Second round. This piece has to be cut.
So here's the first set that we glued. I'm just going to take them over the saw, cut off this edge, decide where we want to cut this down. We'll smooth it up before we do that. This one too. Just smooth up the two faces that have the glue on it. So here's our piece to cut. I'll smooth that edge and that edge now. Here's the cut off piece. We can use this for another bead. Same with this, you might even just add it right to this. Might not be bad to flip that. Have that in the center. Now we'll do the same with this one. Thought I'd catch up on the beads. Try to let you see the ends.
Alright, here's our blanks that we made.